13.3 miles, 8 minutes, 4 seconds per mile. It is so good to be home, back home in Chicago, running again on the Lakefront Trail, my home turf, and out there with my running buddy who I haven't run with since the F3 half marathon a little less than a month ago, I think, at this point. I was a little bit concerned because when I looked at the weather forecast, the weather said the temps were going to be in the 20s, which is quite a departure from the temperatures that I had been running in for the last week, which were in the 70s and 80s when I was down in Florida and then on the cruise down in the Bahamas. But fortunately, mercifully, we had very little, if not zero winds for most of the run today, and so our half marathon distance run was really pleasant, and I was actually a little bit on the warm side, relatively speaking, as warm as one can be when the temps are in the 20s. The path was nice and clear. I was worried that it would be a little bit icy or a little bit messy out there, but except for a certain couple of spots which we were easily able to avoid, we had a really clear path out there today. So overall, just a really fantastic time running. It's days like today where I'm reminded how important it is to at least every once in a while get out there with a running buddy, with a running group. Because today I was feeling pretty tired from the hustle and bustle of being on vacation, getting through airports, security, customs, all that kind of thing, dealing with luggage. But my running buddy came out there and he pushed me to go a little bit faster and a little bit longer than I normally would have for today. If I was out there by myself, I probably would have done about 8 or 9 miles, maybe at like a 9-minute pace, but instead we went for a half marathon distance, just shy of 8 minutes per mile. So it was pretty nice, but for the most part, I didn't even notice the faster pace because we were catching up and I was pretty much chatting his ear off the entire time. Last year for 2018, I'd made it a goal of mine to get out there and get into either a running group or find a group of people that I could run with somewhat regularly. It turns out that I don't like that all that much. I just think that with my busy schedule, it takes a lot more effort to be able to coordinate with other people's schedules, commute to somewhere else to meet people, and then go run and then have to commute back. That to me is not something I really like to do on a regular basis, but days like today where it's more enjoyable to run with a friend and that person can even push you to run harder and faster without even really realizing that you're working harder is also a nice thing to do. So I was glad to be able to do that today. So that's about it for today, just a really short video. But what I want to do is talk about how I want to revamp the charity runner kind of program or thing that I'm doing here. I've been having a real hard time keeping up, or at least getting a list of people to donate $10 a day to. That's what I've been trying to do for the end of every video, donate $10 to someone else's charity fundraising efforts as I prepare for a race. I keep asking for it, but I always just keep running out of charity runners. And so I think the hard thing about it is it's just $10. I mean, for me to give $10 every day, it adds up. But for everyone else, it's a lot of effort for like a $10 bill. And so I'm thinking maybe that's not incentive enough. So what I'm going to do is, for the videos that I didn't have a charity runner for the past couple of days, I think about almost a week now, I'm going to leave those there. And what I'll do is I'm going to make a donation to another charity that I am a big fan of, which is FAIR, the Food Allergy Research and Education Organization. They do a lot of work for peanut allergies and other allergies like milk, egg, gluten, and fish, and all the other top 8 potentially lethal allergens. And so that's something that I'm going to make a donation to for those prior videos. But going forward, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a weekly charity runner, not of the day, I guess, of the week. And I'll spotlight that person and I'll talk about them throughout the week and what they're doing as a reminder to hopefully encourage some of you, if you want to give back to the running community, either donate to a charity runner that you know personally, or if you want to, you can go learn about what the charity runner of the week is doing. And what I'll do for that person is, since in every week the goal was to do $10 every video, I'm going to make it $70 for the week. If you want to be a charity runner spotlighted for the week, let me know your fundraising information, and I will spotlight you at the end of the video in a position kind of like what I'm doing right now and give you $70 to help you with your fundraising efforts. If you have other social media, YouTube channel, Instagram, or Twitter, let me know those as well. But you don't have to have those other things to be a charity runner of the week. All you need to be is a charity runner. And so hopefully that's one way that we can all continue spotlighting each other and the good work that you guys are doing in your communities, and a way for me to give back to you guys as a thank you for watching, and also to keep encouraging people to donate to charities, which I think is a fantastic thing. So if you want to be a charity runner of the week, send that fundraising information my way. You can put it in a comment, or if you want to do it a little bit more privately, you can send me a message on Twitter or on Instagram, or you can even send me an email. My email address is in the About section of my channel, for the YouTube channel here. So there's tons of different ways you can find me. I prefer Instagram in terms of my preference, although however you want to send it to me, I'll find it. But Instagram is the easiest for me because instead of comments like on YouTube, comments are like chronologically sorted for me. But on Instagram, I can keep track of conversations by person, and that's usually a lot easier for me to do in terms of going back and making sure I'm getting all the names that people are sending me. So hopefully I'll be hearing from you soon. I think the Boston Marathon's coming up close, and I think some of you might know some Boston Marathon runners who need to fulfill their charity obligations. So send that information my way. I'd love to spotlight you at the end of a video. That's all I have for today, everybody. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yo, what's going on?